Well, welcome to Consequential Conversations, casual consequential conversations. Always have trouble with that. Um, so we do this kind of to discover the fabric of this community of Port Alberni and the surrounding area. And today's guest is kind of extra special because the three of us you're seeing in the video here right now were partners out at a place, Chia Island, out till in the Kildonan area. And absolutely beautiful place. And so all three of us, we weren't there together very often because we shared ownership, but we certainly tripped over each other once in a while and really enjoyed the camaraderie of friendship and a wonderful place. So I'm looking forward to this. And I'm going to turn it over to Bob now to introduce our guest today.
I get to introduce Jim Pelk, even though he was a partner with you in the cabin.
That's right. Yeah,
I'm
with you.
The interesting thing, I've known Jim for ever and ever, since Jimmy was little and his daughter and that. I've known him forever, but we didn't. You and I, we didn't associate much until we were partners in the cabin. And even then, we still were a little separate. We did have a couple of occasions down there together, but it was. But that cabin brought a lot of good memories.
Oh, did it ever?
Yeah. That. So, Jim, we're here just to with you at Echo Village to how'd you get here? How'd you get to the valley? What happened? Momentous occasions, other than, whatever, anything that comes to mind. Let's start. How'd you get here? When did you get here?
Well, no, I'm not sure.
Well,
I know it's
Okay, you said in Manitoba when the snow was falling that you were sick and tired of it. And you wanted to go to Vancouver Island or BC, somebody.
Good one.
So.
And what year was that you came to town, roughly?
Well, you came in around March of 1989 to check it out.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right to Port Alberni.
Right. Well, you had been out before, and we looked at some.
Co-ops or
No, it was on the mainland. On what was remember it closed down. Thank goodness the dealership we looked at. It was around Vancouver or something, and then the highway went through and all that. So that was a good thing we missed.
Yeah.
Then we went up to Squamish.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went to Squamish and you checked that out. I was with you then.
ended up here was
And then there was an ad in the Winnipeg Free Press that there was a dealership for sale in Port Alberni. And you came up from the basement office and said, I'm going there.
good one. I like that.
I said, oh, Jimmy was 1 year old? Maybe?
no, not real.
Not very old.
Was Jimmy your only one?
No, the daughter out for
Daughter Ashley, right.
So you came out. What was this?
Pontiac dealership, John Motors, Neil Pennington and family. Yeah.
Yeah, paid your way and all that, and you came out, and then your dad went out with you. You wanted Oliver.
The worst part of this is Neil Pennington. I curled with Neil years and years ago when I was a young guy, and I couldn't curl with him for more than 1 year because I didn't think my liver would survive. So when you came out, I'm sure to make a deal, there might have been a little, and he was quite a fisherman.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Neil with all his kids, 5 kids, he would go down the canal fishing. The limit was 4 Chinook per person. He'd have to call his kids, meet him at the dock because he had 16 or fish on board. Okay.
Well, his son Stu is the youngest one.
Yeah.
Fisherman.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten that you owned the dealership, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
And I guess when I first met you, I remember meeting you at in the Toyota parking lot one time.
Oh, okay.
Just after we moved here, I'd had a Toyota, and maybe I just bought it, my Tundra.
Okay.
And I remember meeting you there, and and you were telling me how good a product it was.
When the community diminished from logging and fishing and all that stuff, and the economy diminished, General Motors decided to combine. Right, they've taken down to one dealership, and I think they did that Canada-wide.
Yeah, no, it shows
Cross. That's a dealership, I believe.
Pontiac.
Of the Pontiac. And they started on the East Coast, going to the West Coast.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
But then
When involved in Toyota?
well, afterwards, I was after. Toyota Chrysler was well after that.
Okay.
But weren't you and Jim, tell me if I'm correct, wasn't it you and Dennis Johnson had to have almost a draw? Who would, there was, I heard that in the community, I heard that it could have been either of you and you pulled a short straw or the.
Nah.
Right.
It's hard to answer that question because it's there was just a lot of
Politics.
we're dealing with people in Ottawa that
Okay.
Yeah,
it's an awkward thing to answer.
Yeah.
But we're here and
And with his experience in the automotive business when the season when that was set up, became general manager. I think of both.
Yeah. Okay. So you'd sold your dealership and then got into that.
wow.
So it was just sort of.
They just said that yours are cool.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There wasn't like there was no
So it wasn't the current GM dealer here or the current
no,
Pacific
Dennis
Jet.
Johnson was the foot of Argyle on the far side, and these guys were on Alberni on this side where the whole state has the Bulldale Paint store is.
right.
Those were the two dealerships.
General Motors said that again no longer. Pontiac dealer.
Oh, okay, that's what happened.
And very little compensation.
And that's what they did across the country, really.
Yeah.
They cut those brands out, or
Yeah.
Pontiac, anyways.
Yeah. No. They sold it. The General
The good part, at the same time, there was Johnson and Ebenard in every town. This had
Yeah.
a pretty big marine business, and we had a Mercury dealer. And Mercury decided they wanted 2 dealers in every town. That's how I got my Mariner dealership.
Yeah.
Perfect. So while you guys were downsizing, I was upsizing.
Yeah. Well,
as long as you're in the right side of the coin, at some point.
So you guys had a place at the lake for many years.
1992, we bought the lake property. I was working with the winter games and trying to decide where, because we were doing in charge of sort of the opening, whoever it was. And you came, I worked all that day or whatever, and I got home and you said, found a place at the lake I like. So we put the house up on the market.
Oh, they did.
It sounds like it's real,
And the next day a for sale sign showed on our property in Port on Hazelton Street.
Yeah, but we had a good realtors. I don't know who it was.
I don't even either when we wouldn't fit on it.
well, you're by a Spur Lake. It had to almost be Van Bergen, but
Yeah, what is it? What is yours, Joe Van Bergen? I never been a fourth drawer for.
Yeah, so there wasn't much consultation on that one. And the police, you're so essential.
A consequential conversation, as I tell you. If I did something like that, I'd be single. A pretty understanding lady.
Went with the flow.
Yeah.
You know?
So then after the lake, when you had a float cabin down the inlet, did you not?
Yes,
Really long time.
we had that.
Useless in the
Useless in one. Yeah.
Yeah, useless in that. Yeah, which was
So they had a float cabin and spent a lot of time down the inlet before they were without it for a while, and then they bought into Chia.
Why did we get rid of useless?
Oh, it's a full-time job looking after a float cabin.
Yeah, it was. And Jimmy got into racing.
Oh, crap. Oh, that would have eaten up everything.
Yeah, we were able to go down there and eat.
Is it called kart or
Karting.
kart racing? Kart racing, like the hot carts, the single cabs,
And
Was
we
it-
got into the winged sprint cars.
sprint cars. And then he got too big for them, really, because the winners are just like jockeys. In those cars, the lighter the driver,
Yeah. Makes a difference.
he's a big boy.
Yeah, he should be for it. But anyway, that,
And he's still in the auto business, isn't he?
yes.
Yeah.
And the snow hasn't chased him out of there yet.
No, and that's quite the place.
So bad it. That own 6 dealerships, Jim.
Oh, wow.
yeah.
So bad.
Yeah.
And he does the Thompson one.
Okay, so he manages it. He's not the owner.
And no, not completely. And
Yeah.
full Hawkes is a family.
Okay.
And Dolphin,
Oh,
two
okay.
Thompson, Flin Flon. I think they just bought one inside as the Saskatchewan Warrior.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah.
That's right here. So automotive and kart racing and stuff. You got.
And fishing is a, we got the odd fishing trip in.
You did, didn't you? Yeah.
We even caught some fish.
Well, a bad day fishing is a good day boating, right? So,
Yeah, and Jimmy's in the fishing. So
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, Jimmy's really hooked on to fishing for whatever reason.
He has, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's great. It's he's right into it.
Did he buy your old boat?
Well, yeah, full boat's still here.
Oh, you've still got your boat, eh?
Well, no, we don't.
Okay.
well, no, Jimmy.
Jimmy's got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
yeah. I guess the ownership is like they still under our name.
Yeah. Oh, but he's the one who uses it.
That really helps because I got everything I sign now. I sign Robert Cole instead of Bob Cole because my son's Robert Cole, and I figure at some point there might be some little bit of don't let Jan here. Let's really transition them. Some of this equipment, like the boat, might just flow through to Robert Cole.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if anybody has to go to jail for anything, it should be him.
Yeah. What is it? Hot me.
Yeah. So the inlet experiences, something in the community that sticks out in your mind. Anything. The games. You were very involved in the games.
You were in transportation, Jim.
Yeah.
What was the name of the fellow that you worked with? Okay, he was from the school bus division or something. You worked really hard in that summer games.
I remember
In the winter games
winter games. Yeah.
and the summer.
Yeah, you guys are involved. You're involved in many of the games, winter games, and even seniors games. And you're involved.
And you were, I believe, behind, and I don't even know if there is anymore, the, not block watch, but the,
Oh, I know what you mean. Yeah, I'm the other one.
he sent you anonymous tips line.
Yeah.
It started in Port Alberni. You and Teresa Kingston's parents.
Yeah.
And you,
Oh, it really
it
is.
was called.
I think Jim, there was a restorative justice too, and I remember your name being brought up in that when they young offenders and you don't have to, if they took restorative justice to responsibility for the consequences, they could get off with it.
Yeah.
And also way back, sort of revitalization program you were involved in the beginning.
Yeah.
And getting some
Business improvement area, BIA
towns way back, in the 90s, early 90s,
Wow. So was it 89 you moved here?
89.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jim, your best memory of the community, your best experience in the community. You got something in mind? Other than catching a big fish or something?
Yeah. No.
You had the big walleye down at the cabin, but that was back. You got that back, man.
That's a man.
Walleye?
Yeah. It's big. It's a real one.
And Derby.
I used to guide walleye fishing.
Oh, okay. Well, you know that.
Yeah. I guided as a kid
Yeah. Okay.
So at your uncle's.
at my uncle's. Yeah.
And where was that? They might know the place.
Caddy Lake in up by Red Lake. You know where Red Lake?
I know where it is.
Yes. Caddy Lake was well, it was a flying fishing camp.
Okay. Yeah.
So my uncle was the first in Ontario to get into tourist camps, and so he bought this camp right after the war.
Oh, okay.
And he commercial fished and hunted, and then when I went to work for him at 13 years old, lived in a little log cabin by myself for 3 months of the year for four summers, and ended up guiding. It was fantastic. It was all American people that would come up there, and I learned where the fishing holes were. And I didn't stay with them all day. I'd take my own boat out, show them, okay, you're going to catch fish in between these islands, and then I'd come back and get it back because it was a good sized lake and easy to get lost on.
We got our start. I kind of forgot all this, dude. You remember when we lived in Winnipeg? We rented a cabin out in Lake of the Woods.
Oh, yeah, beautiful.
Did you remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where he really began fishing in there. In Lake of the Woods, Kenora area.
Oh, that is just
all
beautiful.
So you wonder why Jimmy likes fishing. It's in your genes.
Yeah.
10,000 islands on that lake.
We even bought a piece of property
Oh, did you?
there and was going to build, and then Port Alberni opportunity came up and we sold it. But I guess our boating and all that started way back
So
in Lake of the Woods.
just to spur you a little bit, one of our interviews with bag manager. I'm having trouble with names.
Bag manager.
Nova Scotia. Come on, one of our interviews helping, who transferred here from Prince George.
Oh,
You know who I mean. Just as bad, eh?
yeah.
We first interviewed him.
Bank manager.
Yeah.
Oh, Dwayne Parfait.
Dwayne Parfait.
Oh, yeah.
And so Dwayne, so he says, and it's the little part out here where we forgot Dwayne's name.
Well, it was. But never thought about it as a
one of the
bank
things
manager.
in our interviews is, what do you like about Port Alberni? And he says, it's the best place he's ever been. And there's kind of that feeling among the people that have been here.
Yeah.
Not leading you here, but
Yeah.
was it a good move from Manitoba to here? I'm not talking about financially, but I'm talking about just in lifestyle.
Well, lifestyle, it's pretty hard to be. I mean, you can't compare it to.
Yeah. I mean, nice people, nice family, lots of stuff back there, but there's so much here to do.
Yeah.
And you did go.
Mm-hmm.
It's not much you didn't do.
We skied at Washington.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you lost your thing, and they said they'd take away your ski pass, and you go and find it. You didn't have it.
Oh. You lost to this pay pass.
You wiped out.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. Wiped out.
They looked at me when I said, if you can find it,
You can have it.
you can have it.
You can have it.
You can have it.
You didn't end up on a toboggan with the ski patrol? No, yes, no.
Nah, I don't.
No.
What do you mean?
You wiped out, but
Okay.
you kind of made yourself wipe out, because if you didn't, then you'd be flying into the parking lot.
Oh, yeah. The brakes weren't working. We were heading towards the park. No doubt about it. Quite an angle there.
So boating experiences, you ever get towed up the inlet or any breakdowns, Coast Guard come rescue you, none of those things?
No, we're pretty lucky.
Okay, on your boat, I remember you've got a ship's wheel, like a full-size ship's wheel on a 24-foot boat. I love it. The big wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I got forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
I think you were captain of the BC ferries with that wheel.
Yeah, that's right, too.
You think about it and talk about it now, you kind of think, well, we had one of those. I wonder if it's still around.
Yeah, it's
still in the boat. But yeah, it probably is. I mean, who borrowed that and never returned it in?
yeah. And after the lake, you moved to the Thunderbird
Yeah.
building, and that's got a beautiful view of the harbor and stuff.
Oh, yeah, we're lucky there. That was your idea, too. We're out at the lake and realized we're going to have to, it was retirement. You came and said, Thunderbird apartment, let's go look at those.
You picked the good one.
Really? It was your idea, too.
Walking distance from the boat and the boathouse.
Oh, yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Great. And do you have a view of the water? Where
Oh, yeah.
Right on the 4th floor overlooking our
Oh, nice.
Keys Lane.
Oh,
Nice. Around the Fisherman's Harbor and they got the whole view.
Yeah.
yeah. Nice.
You'd walk down there every day.
So one of the problems is moving all your furniture from a large house at the lake to an apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Wow.
He does have a storage unit in Alberni full of more stuff than you could imagine.
Yeah,
Not to spoil there.
Well, cool full.
Yeah.
And I haven't cleaned it out.
I wish I could. Next time Jamie comes to town,
We had to buy a rental
just to keep your stuff.
that had a double garage inside.
Store and stuff. Yeah, it's every piece of tool.
really?
Every piece of tool equipment, stacking toolboxes and drill presses and valve
Rockers.
He's got everything you can imagine. You could operate a whole business with all in a storage unit over there. And someday it was crap. Someday
It's actually cleaned out pretty good. I mean, I haven't been in there for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scared to look in there actually.
Yeah.
I was only in there once with you, and I was blown away.
Yeah.
I told
Is that the storage unit up by the chamber?
no. This was a house on Leslie in Alberni, just across off the tracks there. It's a nice place and big garage, small house, big garage.
Oh, so that's where your stuff still is.
Well,
His stuff.
Yeah.
I sound fine.
She does that. She got rid of the sewing machines and all this stuff. Yeah, I think she might have had, but he kept those tools. And man, it's different without his tools, even if you can't use them.
Yeah.
Me, I've got tools that I'd never use.
Yeah.
There's how many gas cans, yellow gas cans do we have?
Well, I'd have to really sit and think. I'd have to sit there with a piece of paper,
Add them up.
and
Well, I know because I had to wash them all off.
Yeah.
And that pickup truck full of that. 30 gas cans.
Oh, I see.
And well, 2 or 3 or 4, and with the race team and yeah.
So Jim saved me because my wife complained about all the stuff I have in my shop. And then I told her what he had in his shop, and I'm okay.
We did have a, what was the car from Egan that we were?
We can have this.
Which is that?
Yeah.
The car that Egan Matheson.
yeah.
What was it?
What was it?
Well,
What brand? A Mercedes. He was in the
Yeah.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the garage for a while.
yeah.
But finally, you did a bit of work on that, and then you got rid of that.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we never got attached to too many. With lots of things, but not any focused on one thing.
that's the way to be.
That is
Flexible. Flexible.
But that's how it was, and that was planned, or it just happened.
That just happened, eh?
Just happened.
Yeah,
That's life support.
works through life, whatever.
The more experiences you can create in life, the different experiences, the more you can sit out here and remember them later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we get to, you travel a lot to the sunny places, travel to NASCAR races.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
NASCAR, yeah.
Seasons ticket with your Daytona and
You did, eh? I remember you going down there a couple of times.
so we had, season tickets. Yeah.
Into the pits, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, Jim, back to the racing.
Yeah.
There is a fellow that is in the NASCAR Truck Series.
Yeah.
Josh Rayon.
Yeah.
That came from Victoria. And so Jimmy and him have stayed in contact. And Jimmy has even not pitted for him, but crew, what do you call it, Jim? Crew? On the crew would go to some of the races and you up in the stands and watch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And monitor.
Yes.
Just kind of assessing what's going on.
Through Josh Rayon, you would get, they call them hot passes. When you get to go in the pit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Life experiences.
Yeah. And that's
Yeah, they're- It's like going to a concert
Yeah.
that you always wanted to go and you finally got to get to go.
yeah.
Well, that's what happened to us. Kind of got involved, and it just kind of expanded.
So when Noreen was busy in politics every time there was an election and managed some offices for some MLAs and
There's
items.
Ricky.
And Jill Trumper. Yeah.
That's great. You were very close to her, weren't you?
Very close. Noreen made Jill a better politician in a lot of ways. Well, a little bit. There was some influence there. I remember when Jill smacked me with her purse at a rally uptown where she was to speak, and I convinced her she should come out and speak to this crowd of union guys. And when it was her turn to speak, they were hissing and booing and stuff. Oh, and she handed me her purse like this and said, "Thanks for getting me involved." Or something. I was in trouble, but Noreen
Calmed it down.
calmed things down. That was good. Kept her on side. But while she was doing all this politicking, you just had to keep, the breadwinning going.
Yeah, pretty much.
Keep the business flowing.
Yeah,
So you could afford your lifestyle. Fishing and car racing.
we had different lifestyles over different periods of time. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You were 24/7 person. Working.
I know that, and even up at the I know that up at at the Toyota Chrysler dealership and stuff that full on.
Yeah.
It is in this town. The town's small enough. It's a 7-day operation anyway. People call you home Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday,
Yeah.
10 o'clock at night.
Yeah. Well,
Trucks making a face.
Yeah, right. Who'd you buy it from? Yeah. Well, that's what's his name, Don.
Yeah.
Ford Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always buy local. Everything I ever bought, I bought local.
Yeah. Well, that's smart.
But I also, I learned it early on, back in the days of Western Motors or O's Brothers, uptown at Ford dealership. But I learned early on with the first salesman when I first went in business, I got a price from Vancouver, and I didn't tell them the price. But I came to him and said, I've looked around, and if you can come anywhere close, I'll buy from you. So they know you've looked around. That really helps.
Yeah. Yeah.
In today's world, what it was online and,
Yeah. And then further on, you got involved. I worked for the Bulldogs for 10 years, and you got involved.
The Bulldogs. Yes, very involved. He got involved in the tough seasons when we were losing money and didn't know how to keep the team here. And he managed, we talked about it, Fred Turney's and Bruce McDonald. Oh, right. Let it go black before it was some of those guys. Jim was, so we don't want a team in Nevada?
Yeah.
Remember those days? It was a little, and they're still here. And they play tonight.
Yeah.
I hope
In
they
the
win.
playoffs, yeah.
They win. They might not, but that's okay.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, Jim took that job on and of times had to manage the tier list.
So that one that you didn't pass by me first.
Oh, they were. I guess.
Oh, he did. He just told you about it after it started. That's all.
Some of these things you get too far into, and then you have to come home and explain. That's that's right.
Back up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Ken Wayman told us something the other day. He was talking about his hearing and that, and he said Linda had him have hearing tests, and he came back from the hearing test, and she says, "Well, what do you say?" He says, "Oh, my hearing's great. My listening's not good."
I like that. I could use it.
Yeah, you good. So, yeah, the Bulldogs and for into that too. I kind of forgot about me doing that. You and Jeff, Cook,
Yeah.
and you got into Bolt one morning and went down to a
it sold the tickets. I wasn't available. Remember, I used to do the Jake Leonard thing with the reel. You guys went down and sold $2,500 worth of tickets with we had no gaming license. Again, one of those illegal things.
Yeah, why would?
Yeah,
That's just
Jeff unnecessary. Sit up. They can't put me in jail.
Yeah. You and Jeff Cook were off your way.
Jeff's going to be one of the people we're going to interview, but he's just had a health issue of
well, he had a hip. I think he broke his hip.
or something. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I think so. Yeah, I think he fell
Yeah.
and broke his hip, and was maybe over Christmas.
Even walking through here, we talk about interviews. We interviewed Ken McRae and Nolly's in here. We just ran into Angie walking out. We were going to interview Angie. She keeps putting it off. We haven't figured out that. But there's just so many connections in this community of and everybody we've interviewed has had some silly connection to the other people.
The last interview, yeah.
It's really crazy that way. So, any suggestions for other people we should interview that doesn't swear too much? Or tell
There's shorts the list quite a bit.
tell a story.
I kind of shrinks the bile.
I wish Noreen, I wish she'd sat up here with us, but I think in this room, what you've said will carry on here.
Oh, it'll resonate. Yeah.
Resonate. Yeah, it'll resonate more than just in sound. It will resonate in the whole conversation.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well,
one
Go ahead, please.
well, I mean, talking would be even Lori.
Tells Mealy when I don't like the music or it's too loud or whatever. I complain to Steph Wember when they don't have somebody singing "O Canada." And the reason they don't have anybody singing "O Canada" right now is the young boy they had doing it long after my grandson did. The young boy won't sing the new version. He's stuck on All Our Sons command, so they can't let him sing. Apparently, we're so politically correct nowadays. If you don't sing the new version of "O Canada," you can't sing it publicly.
Really?
At a place. And that's why Al Davies, because he would never change. Al would never change. And that, even though we won our playoff games when he sang "O Canada." Mm-hmm. And then there was a girl that was been singing it quite nicely, and I think she was singing "All of Us Command," but she's not available. So we don't actually sing "O Canada." We really miss that at the games. Like, everybody mumbles it in the crowd. but you need somebody.
Oh, for
You
sure.
know, so,
Yeah.
so Noreen, if you want to do something, you can come Single Canada.
You want me to sing you?
No.
No?
Okay.
Okay, well, there you have it. There's another one of our consequential conversations with Mr. Jim Pelk and his wife, Noreen, in the background here. She's really contributed a lot to this. Thank you, Noreen. And yeah, thanks very much for your time. And yeah,
Good to see you.
thanks for being. Yeah, well,
It's all the conversations. It's not just an interview where you do all the acid.
yeah, that's right.
This is the only way you get to know each other.
Sparks conversation.
And I'm very fun.
It does. It does. So there you have it. You can find us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. And thanks very much again, Jim and Noreen and Bob. And till next time.
Thanks to the organization and allowed us to use the
Yes, sure. Echo Village, and it's a nice facility.
Yeah.
Very,